Hello guys, my name is HuntaKilla 101, and today I will be playing Starcraft 2, and I'll be playing against what's the name? Let's see. My name is HuntaKilla here. You can see my name, and I will be playing against Zerg, who's called McDaddy, and this is a diamond level play. I used to be a master, but then I had like exams and everything, so I had to like leave everything alone, and then I went back and I apparently became diamond, but I still have like some skill, and I would like to cast this video because this is so I have some tips for you guys if you're playing Terran versus Zerg, and if you're Terran, because usually if it's Terran versus Zerg, sometimes if Zerg overwhelm you at start, you'll lose, and if the Terran managed to hold out a long time and then Zerg overexpand, you lose. Basically, like 9 out of 10 options you do as a Terran will probably get you lost unless you adapt to the enemy's build. So what I wanted to cast in this video was that Zerg tend to have a generalized plan, and I noticed that most in this game that this person was a diamond rank, and I noticed that most Zerg players in diamond ranks tend to go for Zerglings first, or they tend to fast expand. There's no really cheesy gameplay anymore from Zerg in diamond. I remember in Masters League when I was in there. People actually would try to like come up with something new, but in here it's so original that if you get the right scout, there's like only 2 things your enemy could go for as Zerg. They can even go for fast expand. They'll go into Spire with Zerglings and Mutalisks, or they can basically just get Roach Warren and a Hydralisk Den, and they'll just pump out a lot of those along with some Zerglings, and they'll just outmass you with all those ranged units. And the third, which I really rarely see anymore, is using the underground tunnel system from the Zerg have. I forgot what it's called, but sometimes the Terran isn't really prepared for it. They prepare all defenses in the front so that they can actually hold out and attack. But if you get that Nidus Worm, Nidus Worm, that's what it's called. I have this problem. If you watch my other videos. That I tend to forget some things, and then I like remember them right after them talking about it. But here, this game, I really wanted to cast it for one reason: the way that Terrans can actually win Terran versus Zerg without trying as much is basically getting upgrades, out upgrading your opponent, out everything your opponent. Just get mass like a little bit of organic like units such as Marines and Marauders, and a couple of Thors and some Hellions to do some splash damage, and all those Zerglings that you'll see in the rest of the video. But this basically is a generalized build. So here it looks like I'm going for a barracks and factory. I'm not going to go for a starport because starport's not kind of useless because they can easily get out some air defense, and that'll be the end of that. So what the Zerg player was doing at this time was he was fast expanding. He already had his expansion, but the fact that I have some mules in the ground and that they're mining is good because they basically about a base of mining and mules is equal to about 1.5 bases of like another Zerg's base. So we're actually quite equal here. And on the minerals, you see that. On the income, we're basically kind of even, but the red player obviously has a lot more income than me. But I still happen to like catch up and have enough money to defend myself and expand right away. But the really bad thing I wanted to say about this player was that he didn't have much defense at start, and I actually prompted him to get some more defense and spend his money on defenses instead of expanding more. And he didn't really scout my base early enough to know what I was going to go for. So, see here, he's just building a lot of drones, and I'm just mining the hell out of my minerals. So, this video is basically composed of 3 things I want to talk about. When it's Terran versus Zerg, and usually these type of games, the first thing you want to do is get your wall in. And it doesn't matter where, as long as you wall in. But if you don't wall in, Zerglings can just run into your base, scout you. They can even hide and produce Banelings, which then run into the mineral line, and they'll basically kill everything. And the second thing is basically you want to harass. If you do not harass the Zerg player, they're going to get out of control with their creep spread and their fast expanding.
and there are billions of units that they're going to produce from the fast expanding. But here I wanted to go harass the enemy, and I have 3 Hellions. I'm waiting for my Infernal Pre-Igniter to finish. And yeah, there we go. We have Infernal Pre-Igniter, and we're moving in. This he just started to make what's it called, spine defenses, but it won't be enough time. Here I made a mistake of going near the queen. I think they tried to block off the ramp. That was a terrible idea or a mistake. I don't think they successfully blocked off the ramp at all. I just run by as soon as the spine crawler is finished. I just run by. I see some zerglings. They're probably going to engage me. So I just move in here and I continually harassing that zerg player so they stop mining. At the same time, while I'm harassing the enemy, I'm also building more Hellions in my base, and they will be my next harassing wave. Here, the zerglings are stupid enough to actually run at me. 3 zerglings with 2 Hellions, not a good thing to do. The bad thing about this was I actually was stupid enough to run in that base again with the spine crawler, and that completely destroyed my Hellions. So, this level of gameplay is pretty high. I wouldn't say it would be professional. I wouldn't say it would be like newbie, but I would say it would be like decent enough for you to actually get something out of this gameplay that I'm showing you guys. This Zerg player just went all out with like 14 drones on his production tab. I don't know why, but at the same time while I was harassing, I decided to expand because I noticed that the Zerg player would probably make some more drones, like those 14 that he made just now. And I think I did spot the spire that was under the construction. I'm not really sure, but I think I spotted the spire. That so I was starting to build up my engineering. I already have my engineering bay there, so I think I started to make some turrets. As soon as I send more Hellions, this guy's like, "Uh oh, I'm gonna have more Hellion here, so I might need some more heavy defenses to stop these vehicles from getting in here." So all of his drones that he made, like 14 of them, are gonna get roasted right here. Get roasted. The spine crawlers are desperately trying to go up, but it's too late. Yeah, 3 queens is pretty uncommon for a Zerg player at this level. He probably used the queens to help get some more creep, but surprisingly he didn't connect his natural to his expansion creep. So look at his queens walking around the ground as if they're like crippled on normal surfaces. Here, basically, I'm going to continually harass him. It'll stop basically the enemy's mineral line production, and it'll basically stop those drones from actually doing anything. And I will actually be successful at harassing and catching up with the Zerg player, because that's basically what the whole game is about: catching up with the Zerg player. And yeah, so I switched over to my point of view. He has a spire over here, and I know this, so I go look at my defenses, and at the production tab, I see that he's already made a couple of mutalisks. So I'm starting to get my air defenses up. My expansion doesn't really have much air defense at all, so this is bad. So I just send out more Hellions, hoping to distract them a little while, so I can get my missile turrets up. So that's another good thing you might want to do. Whenever you have something you can't deal with, just send out a distraction force until you are ready to deal with it. So here I wasn't ready to deal with the mutalisk. I don't have enough air defenses. So I sent out the Hellions to do some more harassment here, and the bad thing was that he already had a lot of spine crawlers. I was too stupid. I don't know. I didn't really understand. Didn't really see. But I thought I could do enough what's called drone damage that I could actually make this harassment work now. So he doesn't seem to be needing more spine crawlers. He seems to think that my Hellions are being destroyed well enough as it is. But I'm actually doing a lot of damage, as you can see here. My resources that the blue player has lost is a lot less than the Zerg player, so I've actually lost a lot less than the Zerg player. So I will continue this conversation in the next video, this commentation, I don't know what you want to call it. And thank you for watching. Please comment and subscribe on what I did well, what you want me to do more. And yeah, look over to part 2, and I will be explaining things more in that video. Thank you. Goodbye.